It's Chosen Journey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
On Hot 107.9. What up, man? You know what it is? Of course, Chosen Journey. Your boy TrendsetterSense. And the legends, they done came through. They here. We got them, man. My brother Tip, Dro. Appreciate y'all, man, for pulling up, man, and sharing this platform, man. How y'all feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, man, I'm straight.
Couldn't be better.
Hey, listen, man, let's get straight into it, man. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brand new song. Man,
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
Talk about it, man. I need the inspiration behind this, man.
Well, I think I bumped into my brother from Sunday service. I think they were down here doing a Sunday service pop-up some kind of way.
Okay.
And I just happened to catch him in traffic, and I told him, man, you know, I wanted to work with him, and I told him, and then we just kept in communication. And you know, I called him and said, you know, I always had an idea to redo a couple gospel songs, and just to, you know, merge, just to bridge the gap, you know, kind of merge the genres. And we talked about which ones they was, and one of them was Never Would Have Made It. And maybe a few weeks passed, and he sent me a rendition, it's a track with a hook, and I wrote to it for a little while. And one day I was in the studio, you know what I'm saying, I had, you know, I was reminded, or I remembered that I had that beat. So I played it once, and I wasn't gonna do it. And then, you know, the room was like, man, you know, you might need to go try that. So I'm like, all right, cool. And so I went in there, laid something down, wasn't really sure about it, but I kept it. And let me see, I think maybe about 2 weeks after that, I ran into Kirk.
Okay.
And we had always talked about doing something together.
Okay.
Even, you know, I think Kirk came up to Trap City.
Okay.
Up to the Trap City Cafe, and we were talking about doing something. And then maybe a few weeks after that, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can get Kirk on this record.
Ah, okay.
And then called Kirk, sent him the record. He was like, yeah, man, I love it. So he was making arrangements to come to Atlanta to get on the record. And coincidentally, the day he was coming, I talked to Dro. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, he didn't tell me anything. Right? What you don't remember, you was like, I got this record for you. And then you was like, I think this, you know, it fits.
Yeah.
You know, fits you right
Yeah.
quick. And then that was it. He was like, okay, we're gonna do it. And all of that was happening. And then one day I got to the studio and I heard it. And then he was like, oh yeah, and Kirk on the way. I was like, whoa, this is huge. You know what I mean?
So, Dro, talk about it, man, because, like, you know, I see what you've been doing. Shout out my man 1K Fuse, Zaytoven. And, you know, on the song, thank God, you know, you was talking about, like, 2 years sober, like, almost OD'd. Like, man, can you talk about the testimony?
I mean, it's just a testimony of, like, being, like, seriously tired of the outcomes of things, you know what I mean? I just was tired at that moment. And I felt like that was a good place, a good safe place for me to, you know, speak my piece on it. And you know, what better way to say it than to God?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
You know, and be thankful for pulling through a situation like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tip, man, okay, we got Kirk. Dro don't even know what's going on. Y'all got the song put together. Like, what was the conversation like creatively with Kirk? Like, did y'all have, like, what was he saying to you?
Nothing, man. I mean, you know, I just wanted him to do his thing. Like that's the purpose of a collaboration. You know, to bring the great contributions of one artist and merge them with the greatest contributions of other artists. Like that's the sweet spot of collaboration. So I didn't want to micromanage too much. I just, you know, I knew I wanted him to kind of lead and direct the quiet. One thing that caught me by surprise, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't gonna lie.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Tip.
I ain't know Kirk played the piano.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I'm saying, he was like the choir director, or just, should I say, just the choir director, and like, you know what I'm saying, the maestro.
Right.
if you will.
Yeah.
I had no idea that he would actually kind of like, I get classically, formally trained on the keys. So that shook me. I was like, okay, cool. And he just had a lot more to offer than I could have imagined.
Wow.
It was deep.
Tip Dro was here. We talking about Thank God, man. The song coming out, and the state of hip hop right now, and how important the messaging has been. Like what's been going on, the beefs and all that kind of good stuff. Like you know what I'm talking about, man. The stuff that just happened ain't got nothing to do with you.
Just happened.
I'm talking a couple months ago.
Oh,
You talking about
okay,
the Kendrick the Drake and all that, Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just speaking in general, the state of hip hop.
But that's happened all the time. It's not a current state.
Yeah, okay.
That's been a part of this thing of ours ever since conception.
Okay.
This thing of ours.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing new. I think that, we kind of see it and don't see it. So maybe that's why I'm so numb to it. Where it just seemed normal.
So you saying like coming from what just happened?
I wasn't pointing that out. I was using it as an example.
Bearing.
Or where we were.
No, I was using that as an example. Like, the timing of Thank God, and like people focus on the messaging of records.
Right.
And the responsibility of delivering the message. And I just wanted y'all take on that.
Well, the reason I put that, we had done the record while, like, maybe some weeks, months ago. Reason I wanted to put it at in this moment is because of what I've, my personal journey. So what me and my wife have been going through, man, for so long with just all of this. I mean, I'm going to call it harassment and attempted extortion. That's what I'm going to call it. Failed attempted extortion.
Okay.
By way of slander, out there by way of publicity, and it's been a long road. We've been dealing with it since January 2021, and what I'm saying, it finally done made it to a place where we could put it behind us, and then on the heels of that, I got locked up at the airport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, the devil is busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just felt that it was an appropriate time just to, just to show how thankful I am, just that I've been able to sustain, overcome, endure, and be resilient in the face of adversity, man, by the grace of God, so many times, over and over and over and over and over again. So that was the timing of it for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fire Dro.
Well, I think that I had a responsibility to speak about addiction. I feel like it's prevalent in the community, in the black community. A lot of black young males are overdosing at an alarming rate. You know what I mean? They're actually dying more than they are from guns. So. And I think that we want to have a voice, or we want to talk about things that we don't talk about, and we're using drugs in the place of that, like to cope with it. You know what I mean? And most of us are dying with our story. You know what I mean? Like, a kid might have a lot on his mind and need to talk to somebody, but he's doing drugs, and one day he picks up a fentanyl pill and takes it, and he dies with the story. And I feel like that's messed up. You know what I mean? So I would want to shed light on addiction and how it comes into the family, how it breaks the family up. You feel what I'm saying? And it's prevalent in our neighborhoods and in our communities, even in the schools now. A kid just got a hold to something and OD'd.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I think it was like a shroom or something. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Shroom?
Yeah.
OD'd on shrooms?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of new stuff that, you know what I mean, that's being presented. And it all just thrives from I got this something going on in the inside that I can't communicate, so I'm gonna just get high. You know what I mean? And then it breaks up the family, it messes up schools, it changes the whole trajectory on a teenager once they try any drug. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to speak on it and tell why I came from it, how long it took. My daddy smoked dope for 50 years.
Wow.
You feel me? And my aunties and uncles, my grandmama had like 7 kids. 5 of them died off of drugs. You know what I mean? And one of them is a recovering addict, and my mom never used. You know what I mean? So it was very prevalent in my family, and to be done came out of that, I think it was my duty and my responsibility to tell them that I broken the curse in my family.
Wow.
That's dope.
Dro, talk about, you tapped in with the Recording Academy.
Yeah, Music Cares.
Yeah, like, can you kind of dive into that?
One day, my manager was trying to give me some help, Dr. Sierra. She was trying to, tap in and just help out. And so she got me on the phone with this dude, and I was trying to play him really like, I want some help. I want some help, I'm gonna do this. And I was on the phone with him, and he was dropping jewels. And he was like, I'm a musician too. And I was like, oh, here this go. You always meet somebody that, and then the big question come out, where's T.I.? I was like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But, it's always something that they try to connect to you because music and then who I'm attached to. And I thought it was one of those things like, oh, he's about to ask a T.I. question. And he did, but you know what I mean? He still was dropping jewels, and he was like, yo, Music Cares can, they deal with it, they'll put up half, you just put up the other half, you know what I mean? So I really wasn't listening to it because I was trying to just show my manager that I would just get some semi-help so she can quit thinking I was just like out there, like, you know what I'm saying? So lo and behold, took heed to the information, and Music actually cares, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I reached out to them, they was like, oh, we got Young Dro, and I went I went and did an assessment, and I went to California, man, and it was the beginning of a new
Crazy,
thing,
man.
yeah.
Crazy. Chosen journey here. I got Tip, I got Dro. Tip, fatherhood, man.
Yo.
Kids going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
How does that feel, man?
Man, it's great to have them doing their own thing out of my house. It's great to watch them do their own thing, like at their own place. You know what I'm saying? And I see now that they can understand the value of like taking care of their stuff. Yeah. Cause before at my house, they tear stuff up. They never cared. Nobody ever cared. Like, I buy a new one.
Right.
Now, you tear something up at their house, they understand. You know what I mean? And the money just got his first place, his first house. He just bought his first house.
Nice.
And you know what I'm saying? And he's like, so he's buying stuff for his house now. And he's like looking at the price of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it was some blinds, the automatic blinds. It was like, this for blinds? Like, yeah, you got a small house. So just imagine, couches and TVs, refrigerators, appliances.
All the details that
all of that stuff, man. It's good. I find pleasure in watching the realization kick in. Like, damn, I've been messing up folk money all these years, And he just became a father. So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm going to make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you there will be an indictment in this young one.
Oh, man. So, Kiss the King. Kill the King.
Kiss the King, kill the King.
Talk about that, man. Like, what we got coming?
I'm just trying to put an exclamation point on this career, man, this music career, man. The solo music career of who we know as T.I. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, man, I got the music for 2 themed albums, one of which would be more easy listening, dedicated to the ladies, called Kiss the King. The other one would be a little more controversial, a little edgier, with the dynamics of, I guess, all of the high energy music that we like to hear from T.I. Cross with the introspective records that we like to hear from T.I., and that would be called Kill the King.
PSC Project, Dro. Shout out my man Drama. Y'all got the mixtape coming out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I think the PSC project is very special to me, like, because it shows like the unity still, like, between brothers, like, over the years, that nothing broke us. You know what I mean? Like, we're still here. It ain't too many crews you can just look back and see every last one of them still intact. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's special to me. I mean, I think that's a perfect example for youth and, crews and stuff like that. Don't let nothing come in between you guys and break nothing up. Nothing is bigger than the family. You know what I mean? And I think that the music on there is all, like, I want to say, like, excellent. You know what I mean? Nah, because it's just us being in the room together and putting forth our best foot, you know what I'm saying, as a crew. You know what I'm saying? And the DJ drummer thing that they, invented a long time ago, the gangster.
I was right there.
You know what I'm saying? To come back and touch on that. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
That's just legendary.
Yeah, man. Apartments.
Yeah.
Trap City, Music Museum, man. The businesses flourishing, man.
Bankhead Seafood.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We got a bunch of stuff going, man. Super Sound Studios. Also, about to start filming Departments 2.
Okay.
And later on this year, I'll also be directing another film that I wrote, will be directing. I'm a star in this one, though, alongside Terrence J.
Okay.
DC Young Fly, and a host of others. It's called Situationships.
Situationship.
It's a romantic comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
you gonna still be doing the comedy thing? Yeah.
Working on doing my special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Working on doing my special sometime later this year, probably to be put out next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tip, Dro, thank God.
Yeah.
Kirk Franklin, man, appreciate you. Sunday service.
Hey, man, and shout out to the legendary Marvin Sapp, who gave us the nod.
Wow.
Yeah.
Allowed us to use the record.
They never would have made it.
Yeah.
Never would have made it without
Never would have made it without that. Never would have made it.
Do y'all think y'all would put out an EP?
What you mean?
In that genre, like?
Man, I think faith is something that, it exudes through all creation, whatever level of faith you have. I think whatever music we put out will have a level of faith in it, but for it to be, I don't know.
I'll do it for God. I'll do it. We got it in us.
I mean, it can happen.
Yes.
It can happen. I hadn't thought about it, like just dedicating an entire project to it.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it. I feel like the music is the determining factor. If we stack up enough songs,
Right.
to where it's EP work, then we'll put it at.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
But we were talking about doing, a project together anyway.
Talk about it.
Drip.
Drip.
Yeah, Dro and Tip. Kind of drip.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what I did?
That was smart. That was smart.
How far are we with that?
But we in there. We got a couple of them. We got to never
songs.
grab them. You know what I'm saying?
We just got to put them together.
Put them together.
We got the records.
Yeah, they there.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, brothers, man.
Right on.
Thank y'all for just pulling up, man. Sharing it.
Man, appreciate you and congratulations, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you got your new, a new ship here. You coasting, cruise liner. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How you like, you know what I'm saying, being over there on that side by yourself?
I like standing strong, man. It's a fearless movement,
Okay.
I'm still Sense. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
what I was finna say.
Yeah.
Like we like family,
Yeah, I'm still here, and brothers like y'all come share the platform, and
Right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Already, man. With love and respect.
Yeah, man.
Always.
Okay.
Likewise. Appreciate y'all, man.
In a
Tip,
minute.
Dro, you see it. Thank God.
You dig?
Yes, sir. It's Chosen Journey. It's Chosen Journey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
On Hot 107.9.